Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Cropper here. Just going to do a quick thing with Rucka, and I apologize if the sound quality is bad. I'll just repeat for you afterwards.
I take issue with people uh, pointing to biology as the essence, as the important part of what makes a person make the choices that he does.
Okay, on the subject of biology making a person make the important choices that he does. Now, we had already mentioned, I think, Rucka and I'm pretty sure had talked about the fact, we talk about in this video at some point, the fact that 97% of people in jail for murder are men and 3% are women. So biology, if biology has nothing to do with behavior, well, that's of course insane. Biology has something to do with behavior. So on that subject, there we are. He thinks biology can't have anything at all to do with behavior, period. Or that's what he wants to try to, I don't know. I guess that's what he thinks. It seems to be what he thinks. And I think that there's some evidence that biology influences behavior.
Give me a group of Aborigines in Australia who allegedly have the lowest IQ in the world, and give them Aristotle and Ayn Rand, and then take a group of Ashkenazi Jews who allegedly have the highest IQ, and give them Kant and Hegel and Rousseau and whoever else, and we'll see who does something positive and who is able to live a better life. So.
Yeah, that's true. I definitely agree with that. Now, what if you bring those people without changing their culture? What if you let's say you have a group of Ashkenazi Jews living as they like, and you bring a group of Aborigines, millions of them, into the middle of the Ashkenazi Jews, and you don't change their ideas and culture. You propose changing their ideas and culture. What if you didn't change their ideas and culture? Then how would they act? Now, is it not the case that in nations around the world, people act according to their ideas, their culture, their surroundings, the values given to them by society, in a sort of D or M type of way, just floating along? Isn't that the case? It seems to me the case that most people do behave in a rather non-thinking, just sort of random way. Very few of them think very hard, and we call those the M type. And people who really figure it out, we call the I type. But not too many people think very hard. So I'm just suggesting that when you don't think very hard, your male assertiveness will be more likely to get you in fights than a female who wasn't thinking very hard. Your male sexual prowess will get you into situations that females don't get themselves into quite so easily because of the differences there. So can we say that there's any difference at all? Okay, yeah, so that's easy enough. Now what about culture? You say just wipe out the culture and bring them, and they'll reset the reset button. Yeah, but what if you don't wipe out the culture when you bring them? That's the dangerous thing. Now, can you wipe out the culture when you bring them? I think the beautiful thing about America is it is a culture wiping out machine. When you move to America, it wipes out your previous culture, and you melt into the melting pot, and now you go to McDonald's and you go to the movies, and the movies are awful. So that is the situation we're in. I'm not praising it to high heaven or anything. I'm just saying that when you come to America, it's not like Hallelujah Land. It is a mess over here, okay? And it wipes out everybody's culture who moves here. All we have left is the land of the free and the home of the brave. That's really all we've got. We've got Constitution of the United States, stand for the flag, freedom of speech, freedom of press, our religion, and all of our churches we don't go to anymore. And there's just more evidence that I think it's time for objectivists to stand up and announce our philosophy, because they are even atheists. It used to be the Republicans were Christians. They're not anymore. There are no Christians left. Christopher Hitchens and Sam Harris and the four horsemen of the counter-apocalypse did their work. So we need to pick up where they left off. All right, before I go off on a fifth subject on this one subject video, let me end there. Rucka. That's what I think of that thought experiment there is apply those lines of logic you were working with there to the mass immigration we're facing today. And that's that's the road down which we have to travel if we're going to deal with the real issues facing us today.